Yo, it's your boy NASA Pat, NASA Pat 24/7 on Instagram. And I don't know, I think I might start labeling these little one-on-ones called money talks. I don't know. Let me know how y'all feel about that, money talks, because we're talking about money. And today I'm basically going to talk to you guys about like the first time that, like I ran up a significant bag. Like I think a significant bag, not $1,000, not $10,000, not $25,000. I think a significant bag, like when you're like, damn, like I'm up, or shit is really coming in, is once you kind of start crossing that 40, 50, 60, 70,000. And doing 40,000, doing 50,000, doing 60,000, doing 70,000 is cool, but actually having 50 bands, or actually having 60 bands, or actually having 70 bands. And for me, that is like the first time I probably touched like 60 to 80 bands was probably in, I want to say, 2016. And I'm gonna just kind of tell y'all the story about how it happened. So basically in 2016, no, it might have been like, I want to say, late 2016. So this is probably a little bit after I stopped working at Fannie Mae. While I was at Fannie Mae, I kind of started up my car rental business. I was doing events and just other things. I was selling clothes. I had a delivery service. I just had different revenue streams. And basically what happened after I started working at Fannie Mae, like I think I had maybe Fannie Mae was probably paying me like $1,600 every 2 weeks. And I think I probably had maybe 15 bands. And I swear with my 15 bands, I thought I was rich. I'm like, yo, I don't got to go to work no more. F this job. Like, you feel me? Like, which was silly at the time. But for me, it was just different. Like, things didn't cost as much as they did now. Like, literally before COVID, like the same stuff that you spending your money on, like even I'll be looking at like tennis bracelets. Like you get a tennis bracelet right now, it's $2,500 for a tennis bracelet. And like 2017, 2018, you could get a nice tennis bracelet for a band, $1,200. So for me, everything was like double. So like a Gucci sweatsuit back in the day, was like 2 bands. Like, not lie, it might have been more. No, a Gucci sweatsuit, top and bottom, I want to say it was $1,700. Because I remember one time I had bought a sweatsuit, I left it in the whip, I went and linked my homie, they broke into my whip, they stole my Gucci sweatsuit, so I had to turn around and buy another Gucci sweatsuit. So I'm gonna go on the website and confirm, but I think the pants, before you could get I think the jacket was like a band and the pants was like $800. So you could get literally a Gucci sweatsuit for under 2 bands. So that's just to let you know, like, things was a lot cheaper back then. So me being up 15 bands was damn near like me being up 30 now. And even 30 bands is like not life-changing money, but it is still a lot of money. 30 bands right now is a lot of money. So me being up 15 bands, maybe I was up 20. I was up something. I was somewhere like maybe 10 to 20 bands. I think like 15 to 20. Just I had the 15, 20, like literally I'm looking at it and I still had motion. So I was just in a good space back then. And then I had thought of an idea because I wasn't working. I ended up leaving Fannie Mae. I was like, yo, I should do pop-up shops. Like people in DC wasn't really doing pop-up shops like that. I probably heard of like one company that was doing pop-ups. So I'm like, dang, like no one's really doing pop-ups out here. I should be the first. And literally that situation like changed my life. So I did my first pop-up. It was okay. It was not till my second pop-up things got lit. But I think during my third pop-up, I had left inventory and like $10,000 in cash in my car. And I guess people was looking at me, or people was just on it. They smashed my window, took everything. They probably lost like all my bread that day. I swear, I probably lost the whole 20 bands. They broke into my, I had like a Mercedes GLA 250. And it was 2016 because the GLA 250 had just came out in 2016. And I remember I was at the dealership. I was like one of the first people that had it. And I was just, hype. I had a red GLA. I was all, just making moves. And somebody literally broke into my car, took all my inventory, took all my cash. Very dumb move to leave it there, but at the same time, me being in DC, I did not want to have all that cash on me in a pop-up just in case it did get robbed. Because everyone knows pop-ups would get robbed all the time, especially back then. So I was basically broke. So I remembered, I had worked at Fannie Mae for a while, I worked at Nielsen for a while. So I always knew in the back of my head, if shit hit the fan, I got a 401k. And I promise you that 401k saved me. I think I had like maybe, I don't know, after like the penalties and taxes, I think I walked away with like maybe 13,000. So for me, I was like, damn. Like, I was kind of mad that I had to touch my 401k. Like, I can only imagine if I never touched that 13,000 in 2016, what it would be right now. Probably a little 30 pack, maybe even a 40 pack, depending on what I was invested in. But I needed the bread at the time so badly that I didn't have a choice. So I tapped into my 401k. And because I was doing the pop-ups when I got robbed, I was seeing like every weekend, I would see like maybe $1,000 a day. So if I do a pop-up for a Saturday and Sunday, I know that I was walking away after with $2,000, maybe $2,000 to $2,500. And for me, I just kept doing the pop-ups, kept running my businesses, kept being consistent, kept leveling up. And it took me a while. Like, let's say I started the pop-ups in April. And I was at zero, had to take out my 401k, 13,000. I got to 80 bands by that December. No, that's a lie. That's a lie. Yeah, that's definitely a lie. So, because I got the car in 2016. I think I had it for a little bit. So this might have been 2017. Yup, so it was 2017. So yeah, because April, I would still had the motion. And then I had the motion up until, I want to say I was doing pop-ups consistently from April to June. And then in June, I did a pop-up in New York for a month, came back, kept doing pop-ups in DC. And when I sat down in October, I was, like, it was crazy because I really did not know how much money I had. I know I was getting to it. I knew I was up at least like 40, 50 bands. But then I was just like, I asked two of my men to sit down and I was like, yo, y'all want to help me count this? And it was ones, fives, 10s, 20s, 50s, 100s. And it took a minute. And if you messed up the count, we had to recount. And basically I seen 80. And it was a mixture of me staying down, me just upping all my businesses, going hard with my businesses, not, stopping when I saw some type of like, not stopping when I got some type of gratification. Like I was going hard. I was up, probably out of my friend group. I was the most up. Like obviously like my friends have parents who like are rich or whatever. So I mean, I was not the most up, but I was the most up because I had like the most cash. Like they had to, ask their parent or swipe a credit card that was associated to their parent versus me. I never really had that. So I had to just, so for me sitting down, really counting 80 bands in front of them. And like at the end of the day, I don't think anybody switched up, but I think when they sat there and saw me count up 80 bands, that's when like things got real for them. Like, yo, Pat is not playing. Pat is running it up. Like, and I feel like when you see a man's getting bread and you see a man's getting to it, it puts a fire in your stomach. And it's like, it could be jealousy, it could be hate, or it could be motivation. And I would implore you to get next to somebody who's getting to it, because if you're next to someone and that don't motivate you to like get your stuff together or an idea or even help that person come up even more, you might just be a peon. So that's just it. You feel me? That was, the first time I seen a significant amount of money. And it was really just me quitting my job. Like, and I'm not telling nobody to quit their job because I was in a good position when I quit, and I was in the best position, but I had the motion. So I would say build that motion, and it took years. Like I was building my motion since 2009. It took 8 years before I felt confident where it was like, yo, I don't really need this job. Like the bread that's coming in is cool, $1,600 every 2 weeks, but I can make $1,600 by myself. You feel me? And even now, like it is 2026 and I'm getting paid a little bit more than that, working a job or whatnot. But and even to me, it's like, damn, like, yo, I could be making more outside renting cars or doing Uber than I'm making at my job right now. But also certain things that you don't see at the time is just, the experience, learning, development, leadership, doing something that creating an impact for others. All those things are important now. And I see that now at this big age that I am, but I didn't really see it before. So one thing I would just say, before you make that decision to quit your job, or before you make any decision that will mess up your day-to-day, really think about it and really think about how long you could last, because it's hard to get a job. Like, I mean, for some people it's super easy. Some people got the skills, some people got the connections that they could just be in and out jobs. But for somebody like me, it's not the easiest, like without me kind of tapping in with my network, just applying to jobs online. I rarely get somebody to respond. Maybe I just don't know how to apply to jobs the best way or the most efficient way, but yeah, it don't be working. So for me, the first time I actually significantly seen some bread that I could be like, yo, I'm up. I know I'm up. I know I'm up. You feel me? And it's crazy because I thought I was up when I left my job. I had the Benz, whatever, but not until I had 2 Benzes, 80 that I'm looking at, motion that's coming in every day, that I could hire people and put other people to work and put other people bread in other people's pockets. And the experience that I've learned from being an entrepreneur from that situation is very unique. And it was like a once in a time moment. Like, I'm a New Yorker who moved to DC for school, ended up staying out there, going back out there for work, starting a business, and then able to really turn my funds up. So that was just, my money talk, my little story time, and just, just want to kind of tell you my experiences. So if you end up dealing with something similar, you can come out on the other side winning, because at the end of the day, I took that 80 ball and it went poof, like just living. I always go through phases where I'm like, yo, I don't know what I'm doing, if I'm doing the right thing, and want to take breaks. But once you take a break, especially if you got income coming in and you spending a lot, your money just disappears. Like literally disappears. So I definitely get it when I hear a basketball player or a football player or an athlete or rapper or somebody who had a significant amount of wealth goes broke, because that income doesn't come in forever, but you spend like it does. So that's just my 2 cents. NASA Pat 24/7 on IG. Like, comment, subscribe. Super appreciate it. Over and out.